and welcome to our takeover of Leeds Out Loud. And I'm Naomi.
And I'm Tyler, and we'll be bringing you all that is diverse and vibrant about our great city of Leeds.
Coming up, we've got a special makeover on one of our production assistants by none other than the Leeds reigning Queen Bee, Witch Blair, showing her best tips and tricks into getting ready for a night of performance. Honestly, I think we've created a monster. He's turned into this big, confident guy out there taking a photo shoot, loving life. Oh, I can't even.
Later, beams are going to blind you because the Super Trooper improv group will be showing us their stuff and giving us the inside scoop on Leeds' comedy scene.
So what is it like performing in Leeds? Is Leeds a good, diverse place for comedy?
Rather weird eating myself.
Thanks very much for that on-street reporting there. I have with us now in the studio one of Britain's leading conspiracy theorists.
All this week we've been asking budding photographers to submit their photos capturing the culture of Leeds. Make sure to check out the entries on Instagram under the hashtag Leeds Out Loud Culture and stay tuned as today we're going to announce the winner.
It's going to be a jam-packed show, so make sure you stay tuned.
But for all you food lovers out there, we're kicking off the show with an amazing tour of the culinary melting pot that is Leeds. God, that made me hungry.
Same, there's just so many different options for food in Leeds. I mean, personally, we've talked about this before, but Taco Bell is a real.
I love Taco Bell, it's just great food.
Well, speaking of food, I paid a visit to Horsforth's first and only authentic Napoli restaurant, Napoli nel Cuore. Here's what they had to say about their unique Neapolitan cuisine. Hi, thank you so much for doing this interview with us today. My first question is, so how long have you been open and how's business?
Right, we opened the 15th of December 2017, so it's a new business. And slowly we're going to be slowly better and better. It's very different. Our pizza is the proper pizza.
Also, it's a traditional
something
Italian.
Different. Yeah, something different. It's a Napolitan pizza.
Oh, is that more stone-baked pizza?
Yes, of course, as you can see over there, our oven has been imported from Italy, from Naples, and everything is original. Plus, we do have a few of our. One is the Sofia Loren pizza, which you can is a star pizza.
Ooh.
And another one is Napoli nel Cuore, which is a love art one. And then Fabio will going to show you what actually I mean. Okay?
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. My final point is, what are your plans for the future of the restaurant? Do you want to expand? And
why not?
Yeah.
Why not? We are all a big family here.
Oh.
And we would like, first we start here. And then, why not? We look forward to open maybe another place in the future.
Oh, that's brilliant, because I look at this place and it just seems fantastic. The food looks delicious.
Thank you very much. And I'm sure maybe one day you will see many of that over and around.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
At the moment, this is the first Napolitan place. Let's see, maybe we will have some more.
Well, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Doing
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. And now if you like to have a look.
I'm not going to lie when I say that that is probably the nicest pizza I've ever had in my life. That is fantastic.
I am so jealous that you got to try that pizza, Tyler.
You know, you probably thought I was overreacting there with the whole, best pizza I've
Yeah.
ever had, but honestly, it really probably was the best pizza I've ever had.
Great.
Well, speaking of food, let's head over to the brilliant Rasheen to find out what's coming up in the world of food.
Well, we've got loads coming up throughout May. There's the LS6 Beer Festival, which is described as a craft beer lover's heaven. And we've also got 3 enticing food festivals coming up in the heart of Leeds. There's one on the 5th at Lotherton Hall and another on the 26th to the 28th at Harewood House. But the real dark horse is the Leeds Indie Food Festival, which is happening from the 10th to the 28th, where you can find the magical combination of pizza and Prosecco. What more would you want?
Pizza and Prosecco.
Sounds very fancy to me.
Yep. I'm sure you're all looking forward to the drag makeover later.
But hold on to your wigs, because first we have a recap of what happened when Rasheen hit the streets of Leeds earlier this week to see what you guys thought of the drag scene.
Hi guys, I'm out in the streets of Leeds to ask the people what they think of when they hear the word drag queens. Let's go!
RuPaul.
Doing what they want to do, doing what makes them happy, freedom.
Probably flawless makeup, known for having absolutely killer makeup. Generally they're inspired by quite a big person, I guess, like Whitney Houston and things like that.
Absolutely bizarre. I mean, I've only been to a drag show once and it was probably the weirdest night out of my life, but it was also really fun.
Can you believe how open people are now? It's great.
It's fantastic because it gives people an opportunity to really show a new side of themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's fantastic.
And people are loving it, clearly, on the way to a drag show.
Well, anyway, did you hear about the cheesy comedian?
No, what?
He had some crackers.
God, Tyler, that is terrible. You need to learn from some professionals and see how it's really done. Yesterday, we had a very special visit from an up-and-coming Leeds improv group, the Super Troopers. Here's our favourite bits.
Get a single word from one of our audience members.
Carrot.
Carrot? Okay, fantastic. And is that okay for you two? Yeah? Okay, and can we get a random letter of the alphabet? Any of those 26 lovely things?
Oh, a carrot peeler, perfect.
No, that's not quite right. Rather weird eating myself.
Well cooked as well. Seasoned with your mother's tears.
My first question is, what got you into improv comedy and why did you choose improv?
Ben and I, we did a course together with Discount Comedy Checkout, who are based in Leeds, and they're an improv troupe that have been going for about 10 years.
Zelda, get out of my house. You've ruined Christmas. And I don't want you back.
Where I was actually doing stand-up for a bit and did an improv course just to help me loosen up on stage a bit. But I ended up enjoying the course so much. The course we were in, we formed another group called the White Coats, and I've been enjoying it so much that I've been doing that instead of the stand-up now, because it's a bit more social. You do it with other people, and when it goes badly, at least you've got someone to share the pain with. You see, it's the salt that brings out the flavour of a dead pet. I mean, we've both done courses with a group called the Discount Comedy Checkout, and they've been doing a show at the Fenton in Leeds for the last 10 years, so they were like the only group in Leeds for all that time. But since they've been doing the course in Silky, there's now, I think, 4 groups now,
yes.
or certainly 3 doing shows, and you've got
There's
the long form.
Yeah, and there's that other one, Chaos Emporium as well. Yeah, they're out of Fox and New just by the
So
Met,
it's starting, there's a bit of a scene forming, hopefully, and we all get on very well. That's the other nice thing about it.
It's quite nice.
So what is it like performing in Leeds? Is Leeds a good, diverse place for comedy?
It seems like the last couple of years things are really increasing on the improv scene. There seem to be more and more kind of groups. There's more nights emerging and so on. I still think maybe compared to say Manchester's probably a little bit kind of more bustling. There's more kind of going on. But
Well, it's very interesting there. Thank you so much. And back to you in the studio, Dirk.
Thanks very much for that on-street reporting there. I have with us now in the studio one of Britain's leading conspiracy theorists who has been predicting this for many, many years. Timothy Tuppence?
Yes. They're here, aren't they?
Yes, and they're outside of Bridlington. What do you make of this?
Oh, great. So my next question would be, so who are some of your influences?
Yeah, I'm a very big fan of a improv show called On the Spot, which is a YouTube show from Rooster Teeth, I think, who make that, and yeah, sort of like with that, and just sort of like Ross Noble as well, because he's got a very improv style to him. I'm not too sure how much of it is improv, but it seems improv, and it's very fun, as well as Discount Comedy Checkout, because you know, saw those guys and fell in love with them instantly.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for being on the show.
you.
So Super Trooper Improv Comedy Group, everybody.
They were really good, weren't they?
Oh, they were fantastic. I mean, I have a really dark sense of humour,
Yeah.
so the Mother's Tears joke just had me in stitches.
Really got to you, didn't it? And don't forget to catch them on the fencing on the 17th of May.
Well, there's a lot coming up in comedy, isn't there, Naomi?
Yeah. Well, who's your favourite comedian though, Tyler?
Has to be Frankie Boyle. He is
Frankie
fantastic.
Boyle? No, mine is Michael McIntyre. He makes my cheeks hurt.
Not really my cup of tea. But anyway, speaking of comedy, what is coming up in the comedy world, Rasheen?
Well, Naomi, you're in luck because Michael McIntyre is at the First Direct Arena on the 18th of May, so make sure to book your tickets ASAP. But if Michael isn't your cup of tea, there's always the quirky Dollywood, which is a group of drag artists giving tribute to the country legend Dolly Parton, and that's at West Yorkshire Playhouse on the 11th and the 12th of May. And the monthly comedy sessions are also back on the 5th at Hi-Fi, featuring a load of local comedians, which should be hilarious.
Now here is what you've all been waiting for. It's time to announce our competition winner.
Scrolling through all your entries and we've come to a decision. It was almost impossible to choose just one. As you can see, there were so many amazing entries. Like the colours and compositions that you guys have used, they're just amazing, honestly.
Yeah, they're really good,
Look at the
aren't
lights.
they?
The lights look great there.
I like the way they've
Absolutely
captured
beautiful.
that. Oh wow!
I love the way they've
Isn't
done that with the roof.
Always love to see the horse.
It's great.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Wow, these are really
So much
good.
talent. It really is safe to say that Leeds is a city brimming with talent.
Definitely.
And here's our winner. A very big well done to David Garthwaite, who sent in this
wow.
beautiful picture of the Ferris wheel with the art gallery.
That is amazing.
Isn't it incredible?
I love the colours in the wheel. It just it looks great.
Absolutely beautiful. If
Onto the logo over there. It's really good.
Gorgeous. If I could take pictures like that, my Instagram would have a lot less selfies on it.
Yeah, that is true.
And if that's given you a taste for arts and culture, there's also an electrifying dance performance tomorrow at the Stanley and Audrey Theatre. And for the bookworms out there, there's the Words in the City event happening throughout Leeds from the 10th to the 13th, so make sure to check it out.
Let's not drag this on any longer. Earlier we were joined by the gorgeous Witch Blair, and this is what he had to say.
Hi, so today we've got the Witch Blair in studio and we're going to do just a little interview, talk about your life in drag.
I do a mix of stand-up comedy and live singing.
So where do you mostly do your act then?
They did a roast at the Age of the, and I was one of the hosts for that because I'm a vicious monster. And
People like these days.
like literally every 5 minutes I had to remind the audience that they were at a roast. I was like, have you ever seen a roast before? Have you ever heard of Joan Rivers? We're not here to be nice to each other. But even if you just see two drag queens queuing at a bar, they're still performing.
Yeah.
My name is the Witch Blair, and I have to say it that way around, because if I say the Blair Witch, I get landed with a lawsuit.
So you are currently in the LGBT scene in Leeds.
Yeah.
How does Leeds kind of compare to other cities? Like, does it have anything more than certain places?
Well, it's got more gay bars than Lincoln, because I only
Yeah.
have one. Whereas here, there's so much going on. There's obviously the main drag scene, which is places like the Viaduct and Tunnel. And then moved to Leeds about a year ago now. Swanned up to the Queen Bee contest, thinking this will be a good way just to show people what I do.
Yeah.
Left with a crown.
So you just mentioned about Queen Bee.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you won, when you got that crown?
I thought I was going to be Vanessa Williams, or like they were just going to go, no, actually we've changed our minds, you don't deserve it. I was absolutely bricking it. And then I went through my set, it went really well. And then it got to, I got such good feedback. I mean, I got a standing ovation from the entire audience, which has never happened to me before. And then they narrowed it down to top 2, and I was still there. And it was me and the partner of the first ever Queen Bee winner. So I was like, and their stuff had been amazing. And then they announced my name, and it looks like I'm about to collapse because I still didn't believe it.
So happy.
And then I had to decide. They gave me the crown and like, here's the microphone. What do you want to say? And I had to decide how I was going to establish myself for this scene. I was like, was I going to be nice or was I going to be vicious?
Yeah.
Because what I really wanted to say was, thank you. I really brought my best tonight. And judging by these other queens, it really wasn't necessary. But what I actually just said was, you know, this is my first time really performing on this scene, and I think it's really nice how welcome everyone made me feel. I was like proper soppy about it.
I absolutely loved interviewing her.
Oh, it looked fantastic. I mean, it's fantastic to look at a different part of like Leeds culture that you may not have really known about before.
Amazing, wasn't it? And finally, the moment is here, the long-awaited makeover.
Our very own production assistant, Simon, eagerly volunteered himself, and here is his stunning transformation.
I forgot it, so we'll just have to go with.
Well, thank you to the Witch Blair for coming in, doing this little interview and doing up new
Since Lady Garden.
Lady Garden?
Yeah,
Lady Garden.
Lady Garden, is that the new name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you look great. Thank you.
See you in hell, bitches.
I am so impressed with Blair's work on Simon. He is literally a new woman, and I think he loves himself.
I think Simon looks alright actually. It looks quite a bit like one of my drag sisters back in Lincoln, Dusty Crevice. So I've kind of made him into her daughter by mistake, but I've not done like traditional cut crease drag makeup for a while now.
Lady Garden is looking fantastic. He's giving me a whole new type of persona, honestly. I think we've created a monster. He's turned into this big, confident guy out there, taking a photo shoot, loving life. Oh, I cannot even deal with it. He looks so good.
Can you believe it?
He looks gorgeous. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm really starting to feel like Lady Garden has taken over his personality.
No, it actually has.
I mean, earlier today, he even like made me up as well.
He did your hair, didn't he?
Hair, I mean, jumping, like, even lent me some boots. I mean, he boosted me from a 2 to a 3, and I thought that was impossible.
Stop. Honestly, amazing. I think he might make a mother appearance, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh. I'm just so disappointed that there isn't more. I mean, I really want to look at more restaurants and all sorts.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's all for today.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed learning all about how open and vibrant our city is. We'll see you later.
See you later.